women not being recognized, always thinking of the lesser person, being seen as a lesser person. And a classic example was that somebody I know very close to me that played golf basically recently went to a golf tournament, and being a woman, obviously, as far as I'm concerned, in a very male-domineering sports, which is a very few ladies you find in golf. And what had happened, obviously, the evening, they actually called all the ladies up because obviously there was only about 6 ladies there. Considering all the 4 balls they only had 6 ladies. You know what the saddest part about that was? That when she went up with all the other ladies, and there was a group of men sitting around one table started booing. So that's exactly the issue we're sitting with in our country, where you're still sitting with those men that still think at the end of the day that they are still the domineering factor. They still the ones that can boo a woman that's going up because of the fact that she's a woman. You know what? Celebrate the fact that you've got ladies coming to play golf now. So why push them down? So for me, this is a big achievement. This is massive because you know what, Dugald? That is what we experience all the time as women. You don't get recognized as a professional necessarily because you're a woman. You walk into a room, it's like, you know. So for me, this that our president did was massive, massive, massive. Yeah.
No, I suppose everything is definitely a step forward, of course.
Oh yeah.
So that is it. Yeah. So that was what we had with the shutdown, wasn't it?
Yes, it was amazing. And it was all over. Over. Yeah.
There's
some photos as well. Yeah.
There's some pics there for you as well, because I mean everybody would have seen the stats, which is just appalling. You know, like every so many minutes, and then
exactly.
It is just harsh. It is just a harsh reality. But do you know what, Rhoda? I mean, we just got in certain cultures, and in South Africa, we celebrate the fact that we are so multidimensional, that we are so many cultures, we are many backgrounds, so we all form same of one people. And of course with that, so with certain cultures, this is going to happen. We're gonna cross. I'm exposed to your culture, you're exposed to my culture, this sort of thing. And maybe in certain cultures it's okay to do that. And when you don't have a certain level of emotional intelligence, you think it's fine to hit a woman or two.
Exactly.
And in certain cultures, the fact that you are female is pushed up more. So now let's say you have a relationship with these two opposing forces, now you must just realize you can't do that.
No, you cannot.
And that is what you got to speak a little bit. We got to speak a little bit more on the man.
Yes.
That does this.
Exactly.
And stop giving these broad brushes. Oh no, call the people out who are doing it and yank them. Simple.
So
let's just do it. Let's just do it. Big things are being made of this thing with Epstein. The one, what is his name? The prince, whatever, Andrew. He's now stripped of all titles just because of trafficking, this and the other. And everybody linked with this Epstein brother, who's no longer alive now. They all running, you know what I mean? I promise you would find Osama bin Laden first before you find these oaks who was connected with Epstein. But be as it may, all of that now, you know what I mean? And like all the atrocious things he's done, this is what we got to do.
Exactly.
This is what we got to do.
Exactly.
But anyway. Yes, and then it was the G20.
Yes. How amazing.
Where everybody came here.
So I found
I'm still upset I wasn't invited, but it's okay.
Weren't you invited?
No.
Oh my word, that's sad, Dugald. So I found myself traveling to Johannesburg on Friday.
Yes.
Actually Wednesday, and this is when it started. And they put a newsletter out stating that all roads are closed. And I'm like, oh my word, what a good time to go work in Johannesburg. So believe me, there was traffic officials, police on each corner. It was crazy, and it was nice to see because of the fact that obviously they had to secure and make sure everything is, roads are clear. So it was an amazing, just being on the airport and noticing how much effort they put into it.
What was happening?
Yeah.
Now I heard all sorts of stories. I heard that there was jet fuel with the planes and everything and delays. So if you were in that, it's one of those things. But what was definitely proven to be a very, very successful event, of course, it came to a close at the end of the weekend.
Yeah.
And it was, and there's our president with all his
beautiful.
chobbies, some new friends, some old friends. There they are, G20. Look, you can see some of them are looking happy. There's always one guy where there's a group photo, Rhoda, you work in this group photo industry where there's like a group or class. So there's always that one guy where there's always And there's
Always,
many
always.
of them there. There's many of them. Some of them, they're all applauding and looking down and up, and some is not even
Happy
looking.
to
That
see
other
each other,
okay look
man.
like he's facing the other way. You know what I mean? It's all
Yeah.
sorts, really. So, yeah, that took place. Obviously, my other friend, Donald Trump, wasn't here.
Oh, yeah, I believe so.
And
I
yeah,
believe
he
so.
wasn't. Yeah, shame.
And there was a few others also boycotted.
Yeah,
but yeah.
well, not
Not
boycott.
I
Not
can't call
boycott.
it a
Yeah,
boycott,
it was a
probably, but in
boycott.
our eyes,
No,
but,
not boycott. But I mean, so Trump didn't come because of false claims of whatever he believes that we're doing here with white minorities, whatever he bases that on. But that was the one reason I heard and read about, and what other funny things and interesting thoughts is going on in his mind and in his advisor's mind, and we would like to have that. Then I know the Argentinian Oaks aligned with Washington, but they did send somebody very high placed. Putin can't go because of the international court warrant.
Oh yeah, that's
So he
right,
can't
that's
go
right.
anywhere.
He's warrant
Okay,
over
so
this,
he can't even, you know what I mean? Even for peace talks in Ukraine is going to be a mistake for you. He can't go anywhere.
Shame.
He's got that. Xi Jinping couldn't come for some reason, but he said the other oak, Yang, he sent him. Yeah, he's with a Q.
Oh,
So,
okay,
yeah,
okay,
so if it was called Yang, but that guy.
And our terms.
And who else couldn't come? No, but there wasn't a lot, but there was like
There
10 or
wasn't
so,
much,
maybe
yeah.
less, like a handful, you know what I mean? But like
Some of them were
proper
busy.
reasons at
Yeah.
least. Yeah.
Exactly. Except for obviously our orange friend.
Oh, butternut.
Yeah,
No,
he
shame.
had
Yeah.
stupid reasons, but yeah.
Yeah, but,
And
you
then
know.
obviously our president, and I'm going to take my hat off to our president, when he ended his speech in that, he said, obviously, we as a country refuse to be bullied.
Yeah.
So for me, that was massive, you know, that we could make that choice as a country, and our president could stand up and say, you know what, no, we are not going to be bullied.
Yeah. Rhoda, there was a big move away, you know, and a move towards multilateralism, and also countries that are, especially within the developing world, where countries are like we might not have the same resources, but we've got the same pool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We got to have the same respect, and naturally, anybody in the world always give a bit more respect to powerful countries. This is not what it should be, and that is why we sit with these differences. But there are always big dogs.
Always,
there are always bigger dogs.
always.
And when they bark, the puppies listen.
True,
But
true.
the point is, you gotta respect it.
Yeah.
You gotta be, and sadly, but when it comes to, there's so much nonsense happening geopolitically. You know what I mean? Violence here in Africa is not. It's not. There's not like it's no violence happening. It's happening everywhere.
It's everywhere.
We see what's happening in the Middle East. We see what's happening in the Far East.
Exactly.
All the
It's all
natural
over.
disasters that's happening that side as
Yeah.
well in the Far East. There's a lot. There's a lot. So everybody's got problems. However, the big stuff, everybody is agreeing. And when they all signed the consensus early as well, they adopted all of that early and everybody was on board. That is remarkable. That is a genius and a masterstroke from Ramaphosa's side who just put it out there. And this is the thing. When you put everything, there's my mistakes, there's my strength, I put it out there.
Yeah.
What can you do?
Exactly.
And this is the master negotiator. So,
Yeah.
you know, this is great. This is great. So it was a very successful thing. Everybody was happy, and it was brilliant that it was here. It was the first time it was in Africa
First
as
time
well.
it was in Africa. Well
So we
done.
got an audio comment. Let's see. Hello, a person who is saying hi to us.
Hey, Jabbar.
Jabbar, hello. How are
Love
you?
you too, Jabbar. Hubert.
Hubert
Hey,
says, when
Hubert.
hello. He says, when Ramaphosa calls GBV a national disaster, the real disaster is that a country without constitutional potential still needs such a declaration. Yes,
So true.
this is it. This is not a national crisis, international embarrassment. And the GBV is the real leadership. So. Yes, it is. It is absolutely atrocious. Remember, 60 days of activism against the GBV starts tomorrow, and it runs through the early part.
10th of
Yes,
December.
and this is the thing, Hubert. It is embarrassing that we actually have that conversation
That's true.
in this day and age.
Wow.
You know what I mean? That it still happens. It is embarrassing, but it does
Starting
happen.
tomorrow.
And you know, when you declare something a natural disaster, this is what people got to understand. This means now money will be thrown at it.
Oh, yeah.
Campaigns will be intensified. Resources will be shoved towards this. And this is why I say you got to call people out. Like if you know of somebody down the street, then call the person out.
Yeah. Don't be scared. Say it the way it is.
Call him out. This is it. We can't be living. I don't want to
Yeah.
hear this anymore.
That's true, Dugald. That is so true.
You know, so, but
And-
that's just,
yeah.
yeah. But Hubert is absolutely 100%. Yes, and thanks for
Thanks,
reminding
Hubert.
about that as well, 16 days of activism.
60 days, starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
25th. Thank you, Dugald. Dugald.
Yeah, Dugald
Hubert.
Hugo is a combination of Dugald and Hubert.
So it's like a
He's my long-lost brother, Dugald Hugo.
We're moving on.
Yeah. So there's Africa continent. Now, this is an interesting slide, Rhoda, because
Interesting
you
slide.
told
Very
me
interesting, yeah.
geographically, this is not per square meter that we like the largest continent, which I always thought it was Asia.
You always thought it was Asia.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about this. But that's like all the G20 people, or like the whole world fitting into us
Into
almost
Africa, exactly.
as a continent.
So Dugald, the story was always, and I think everybody was always told that we were always the smaller continent. So now the proof is in the pudding. You can actually see there. That is the actual state
Did you make
sizes.
this?
No.
Oh,
That
you
we
did?
obviously got on the internet, and then it was
From an
put together.
undisclosed source.
You know what I'm saying? So just to show, you know what, we as Africa, and we're not talking South Africa, just the bottom part, we're talking Africa as a whole. It's so powerful. If you look at, just at that map, why aren't we as Africa not standing together as one nation?
Because the other people are lying on top of us. I know where Rhoda got this. This is a leaked information of the new colonization plans. And World War
Is that
III
the new plan?
begins. Horrible joke.
Oh, it's funny, Dugald.
But, yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You know what? And this is a
So is that the map size versus actual size?
what is map size? That's map size.
Yeah. That is us.
Right, the thing was expanding. So that's map size.
Versus actual size.
Which one is which? Okay, so that's actual size.
That's
map.
actual size. Oh, wow.
Well, this is the other way around. If we're the biggest, then that's going to be actual size, and that's map size. No, I mean map size. There.
Yeah. So yes, we one of the biggest continents. Africa is one of the bigger continents there.
Okay.
So yeah. So
So the point is, we still don't know if it's the largest.
Dugald. They actually did. There was. I saw kind of a documentary, so I can't mention it
Rhoda,
right now.
let's just do this. Wait, let me do this. Rhoda,
Yeah.
is there anybody out there? Hubert,
yeah.
what's his name?
Yubadubit.
Yeah. Maybe could you walk just with one of those, you know those wheels that tick, tick, tick. Just walk coast to coast.
And measure our continent.
There we go.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
We're not paying you for this, for you, but you're
No,
gonna have
but
to do it.
you can't Google search this. You can't ask better. You can't. No. You gotta like walk. Well, I will listen to that, brah.
You will
If
listen
somebody
to
says to me, I walked.
you will take that one.
Yeah, I listen to that. I listen to that.
So Dugald, there's quite a bit infrastructure happening within Africa.
Yeah.
Not just South Africa as such, but Africa, there's so much happening. One of the things that I also watched was there is a mention of a new port that's happening in West Coast.
Yeah, Boegoebaai.
And there we go, in Boegoebaai. So
Yeah.
how interesting is that? Because if you really look at our ports, the only port really is what, in Durban?
Yeah.
So we don't have a port on that side.
Yeah.
So this is West Coast. They're going to look at having to put a port there. So obviously there's another entry point on the other side of Africa. So I mean, how great is that?
Yeah.
You know? So
Yeah, and it's good that there's that whole hydrogen thing happening with that as well. It will help the mining sector, and it's quite close to. It's just a few k's off Port Dollard, and I know that area quite well. Yeah, I've got family in Clays here, so it's really great.
wow.
But yeah, so it's close to the Namibian border. But I mean, the ports
Gee
are.
whiz.
I mean, we're getting all our goods from that go to Maputo. You know what I mean? You got to go to Mozambique now because
Yeah.
the infrastructure, trains and let me not go into that. But yeah, but all I can say is people say the trucks back up for days.
So there's news regarding that as well, Dugald. So the news about that is that they're looking at Durban Port creating a container. It's called the Container Corridor. That's the project's name. The Container Corridor, where they're actually going to have a rail now from Durban to Johannesburg. So to alleviate exactly what we're talking about, the trucks, traffic, the danger of obviously these trucks on the road, you know, the going to Durban, that's the one piece of the road that takes you through to the port. The amount of accidents there with trucks, it is crazy.
So let me just say this. The fact that somebody came up with the solution was caused by the exact people who came up with the solution caused the problem.
Yeah, so that's good news, Dougal. That's good news. So
yeah, because, and I'll tell you right now, if you go to, because I spoke to a guy about a week ago or 2 weeks ago, he's got a logistics company. This man is beside himself because his trucks are in a queue to get over the border to get the goods because nothing can come in because there's no rail and, you know, whatever is happening at the Richards Bay and Durban or whatever, and all those ports. And let's be honest, Mossel Bay is London, these are all Mickey Mouse, so is PE. Kocha, I mean, Cape Town has got a little bit, Saldanha, you know what I mean, wherever you are. So now everything goes there because of tariffs and all sorts of stuff, and all the trucks are queued up there. And now it takes longer for goods to get to us. It's Black Friday. I'm just saying, it takes longer, Rhoda. It takes longer.
So that's why with the infrastructure that's being done, I think it's brilliant that things is going to start rolling. Another big thing, because obviously, what's been happening, especially within Cape Town, and not just Cape Town, the whole of Africa, our tourism has gone up to go.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a good sign. And with that, you know, starting within 2026, a new airport is coming into effect.
Yes.
How brilliant is that?
It's going to be fantastic.
It's going to be there we go, out in Durbanville. So that obviously is very, there we go, there's a map.
Yeah.
So just looking at that, how brilliant is that? And besides the fact that we've actually got flights. Remember back in the day, you know, you had to always fly via to get to America, or even sometimes to any other countries. Now we're starting to get direct flights. One of the flights within America is South Africa to America. You got direct flights now. Cape Town, Joburg, direct flights, where it wasn't like that before. So I personally, I mean, they look at that, that's the map. So they, the sketches they've got so far for that airport. I think it's the best thing ever. We needed one, by the way.
No,
we needed another one.
This will definitely look, Cape Town International. And you know, the only comparison we have is to compare it with the airports in Gauteng. So you can compare it with OR Tambo and Lanseria. This will almost be like the Lanseria.
It's the Lanseria.
Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
So this is fantastic. There's definitely a need for it. There's a huge need for it, and it will also make things more convenient. This is what it's about. It's about convenience.
It's about convenience too.
For me, it's still a problem because I will be still smack bang between the two.
Which way do you go?
International was no choice. I have to go there. Like you as well.
Yeah.
You now smack bang between the two. Where do you go?
Durbanville. Definitely.
You're going to go because you're going to go. This is because it's you, but you know what I mean? It's like you smack back between the two. Like I'm talking about miles to travel. So, but this will make things a lot easier.
Definitely it will. And I just want to reflect on Dugald, the fact that, I mean, you know, we do a lot of conferences because we are in the photography conference space, basically videography, photography, live streaming, that we find ourselves of it as a lot of conferences. And the talk there, Dugald, and most of them is where external companies, international companies are investing in Cape Town, buying up hotels, buying up buildings. So for me, if these international can see something great is happening with our country, I just think it's about time we as Africans wake up and realize the amount of gold we're sitting on and start looking at how do we invest in that gold. Definitely.
Yeah. And it is fantastic because it tells you where everybody is anticipating things are happening.
Oh, yeah.
You know Even I read something the other day. Remember we were at junk status, we got bumped up.
Yes, we got bumps up.
Or whatever. I don't even know what level is. It's like, you know.
But
that's a good point though. Sorry, going back to the conference thing. There is a lot happening. There are a lot more tourists coming in. There is a lot. And I can tell you right now, just as a person who makes use of all the roads in Cape Town, and I say all the roads because I try and avoid traffic. Traffic is hectic.
Exactly.
In the mother city, it's hectic. This is not like just a quick. There's no quick.
Yeah.
There are cars. They are building roads everywhere. They're building roads on top of roads.
Exactly.
It's happening, but it shows you that everybody, and especially on the international side, people who are in tourism and all of this, they realize that things are expanding. This is not that sort of fake thing where everybody turned their house into a guest house at FIFA 2010. It's not that. It's happening. It's happening. And it's slowly happening. You can feel it. You can see it.
Exactly. And you know what? I think very much South Africa, not as, I can't speak for the rest of Africa as such, but I just think that we as South Africa are very diverse. We're very open to culture, your LGBT status, religion, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, the fact that we've got 12 languages, official languages, I mean, which other country in this world actually has that amount of languages within one, you know? So I think we're very diverse, and a lot of other people are seeing this. So we're a classic example of saying, you know what, the way forward, things can get better, you know? So if other people's investing us, why don't we invest in ourselves?
We have to invest in ourselves. We have to invest. It is definitely that. It is definitely that. And then you wanted to say something. We were on the airport. You wanted to talk about the people who were stuck in the airport.
Oh, yeah. So you heard the story. It just shows you again, Dugald. It shows you again how diverse and how open we are to things around the world. You know that there was a few Palestinian people that were stuck at the airport. So obviously they entered in, they didn't have their passports, certain documents wasn't there. There's a lot of stories behind it, we all know, a lot of talk was about it. It was about 130 Palestinians, that refugees that entered South Africa. And we as South Africa took on these refugees and actually housed them within Johannesburg and said, you know what, put them up in hotels and said, let's sort out your paperwork, let's sort out your visa.
But they're still there now.
They're still there. So we didn't like just say, oh no, sit in the plane, stay there, you know, and we're not going to see you, see to you. That's again how diverse, you know, we've always been, our president went and stood up against, in the court and stating that, you know what, this is a genocide, standing up as South Africa to say we need to look at this as something serious happening within Palestine. So so they practice what they preach. They didn't push them back. They actually tried to help these people. So that
all right. So there's an on-air comment. Let's see who it is. Hopefully it's Yubo again.
Kayla.
Hello, Kayla.
We love you too, little pink hearts.
Here we go. It's Yudo back. Udo says, a port alone does not make a nation prosperous. Yes, without roads, rails and power, ambition drowns in inefficiency. 100%. 100%. Exactly. Yes, we need all of those elements to work together, and all of that to work properly, Hubert. This is it. But it does show that it's a step to getting some sort of prosperity going.
Definitely. So there was a lot of sports that happened, Dugald.
Lots that happened. Liverpool lost again. Let's start off there. And enough said. But now that that's out of the way, just to get all the Man United people off my back, because they still have to play. And apparently nobody want to get on the team bus. But Bafana is going to the World Cup.
Yes.
And we mentioned this the other day.
Woo-hoo.
Even Bafana was surprised.
Even they were surprised.
But Bafana is going to the World Cup.
Well
what does
done,
mean I have to take
Bafana.
back all my Bafana jokes, because we've qualified.
That's it.
We've qualified. We're going to the World Cup. And let me tell you, Hugo Broos is doing amazing stuff. We are playing brilliantly.
You see?
We are
lekker.
It's our season. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, everything goes through a season.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
Season of building, season of disappointment, season of building, season of disappointment, which has been us. Now it's this. We're at the World Cup. That's where you want to be invited to the party. That's it. What happens in the World Cup happens. We were there.
Yeah.
Brilliant. We left it early, which is a problem. If you host a party, you're the first one to leave.
And you're the first one to leave. That was
now we're going to the US. It's different. Yeah, it's different. So we're going to the World Cup. So that is fantastic. Lekker Bafana.
Well done.
Then rugby was big. But before we talk about rugby, because it was the end of the third, I actually want to mention with the cricket quickly. South Africa is dominating India at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
2 more days to go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they did very, very well. India needed to score a ton of runs still to avoid the follow-on. But at the moment, we are just over 300 runs ahead.
Oh, wow.
Look, we haven't lost a weekend yet. We've got 2 more days.
What?
So it's going to be, This is our second innings. Marco Jansen, this man has been bowling like a demon. This it's been, I watched some of the highlights early this morning. It's been,
crazy.
Fantastic. Look at that.
Gee,
Under 20 over 6 wickets, 48 runs. That's the economy. Now, obviously, people, we look at stats now, we're so used to T20. This is now tests, so it's a bit of a difference. But 6 wickets, this boy, he played brilliant. He played brilliant. So, really in a commanding position. Let's see, we're on the verge of doing something special. So, let's see. Let's see how that works out. And then, of course, the rugby.
Yes, the rugby. What a game. Did you watch it?
I watched part of it.
You always just watching part of it.
Because I work, Rhoda.
Oh, sorry, Dugald. That's true. That's
people
true.
get to watch the rugby and enjoy things because I work.
Yeah, so the final score was 13-24.
Yes. So we moet ons bedank vir Dugald.
For Dugald, because he worked for us. Yeah, what a game, what a brilliant game.
And there's
it was
Malcolm
nerve-wracking.
Box. Yeah.
There was they were teasing on one of the other talk shows. They were saying it was a New Zealand talk show where they were saying that the ref was handing out amount of cards more than the Irish would get for Christmas. So that was quite funny. So yes, there was a lot of cards that was being handed out, but well done to them.
Yeah, and Malcolm Box got Player of the Year.
He got the Player of the Year. How? Yeah. And he stood up with a lot of other guys as well. But you know what? He is a brilliant player. And if you look at the list of people that was nominated for this, obviously there was a group, a whole lot of them, that the majority of our guys that was chosen were South Africans that made it into this list. So well done to the rest of the guys as well that actually made it into this. But you know what, Malcolm, I know you're a brilliant player. I watch you and I'm one of his biggest fans, by the way, Dugald.
It's fantastic. It's a great way for us. So obviously we've got Wales still to come.
Yes.
But a lot of that group that is currently there will disperse. So it will be a very changed and a different team. No disrespect to Wales, of course.
Yeah.
We've been absolutely no disrespect. But I'm just saying it's a very different team that the Welsh will be facing. But you also feel like this was the big game.
It was, Dugald.
Do you know what I mean? Of the year, you wanted the Irish,
Exactly. That's
my brother was at the game.
Was he there?
Yeah, he was at the game actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
He didn't have an Irish outfit on. He had his
I saw him with his Springbok scarf. He sent me a photo or whatever. The coach, I don't think he bought tickets. I think the coach organized him tickets. Yeah, he was at the game.
Oh, nice.
He phoned me and I couldn't talk to him. Yeah. Phoned me because I was at work, Rhoda.
Yes, you were working for us.
Yeah, so yeah.
And that's it, Dugald.
Is that it?
That's it. That was all the exciting things that was happening within our country.
Lekker. So the highlights there. Trump didn't come, and guess what? Now we're sending Bafana over.
We're sending Bafana.
All I'm saying.
Let's just hope the visas are sorted out, you know.
What if, do you know what I mean? Like, what if your country is now not? Like, let's say your country is like a persona non grata in this country.
You know what I'm saying?
They qualify for the World Cup. Are they going to
not allow
like
them
we
to
had
come?
North Korea here during the 2010 World Cup. What if they qualify? Will they be welcomed in the States?
Interesting times, Dugald.
It's going to be very interesting. But we'll be back next week, of course, and it will be our final one, so you don't want to miss it. We're gonna.
It's a final,
It's going to be the final show for the year. Of course, the year's done. That's what Rhoda said is the final show for the year. I don't know.
We're calling it the early year, Dugald. I mean, we're doing it the early year this year.
But we also started in July. I don't know how.
Yeah, so next week is our last show. Don't miss it. It will be a special show. So we'll see you next week.
We'll see you then. Cheers, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe in case you haven't done so. We'll be back with you very, very soon. Thanks for the comments. Shout out to Hubert. What was Hubert's name you gave him?
Huberto.
Huberto.
Yeah.
Huberto. I don't know what the name was.
You see, I'm tired. See you guys. Have a lovely week.
Cheers, everybody.
Bye.